Hey, this is John Young of the Weekend Sportsman. Today, we've reached about the halfway point in the ice fishing season. We're looking at some of the gear we've been using so far this season, giving you some of our positives and negatives about the different pieces of gear. In this video, we're going to be looking at, right here, the Flame King. This is their little 1 pound refillable tank. A very nice, compact, I mean, it's the same size as the other, but a way to save a lot of money when it comes to the disposable tanks, which none of us really like to be throwing away. But what else do you do with them? What the system is basically you have a frame, a little stand, that your 20-pound tank will actually sit upside down on. That's the one that we use for our grill, and we can use for our big sunflower heads, what have you, or we could use it to run this also with the proper hosing. You take that, you attach this little device, get it all tightened up, and have it set so that when you flip the tank over and it's upside down, because this is a key thing, that 20-pound or 30-pound that you're going to be using to fill the smaller ones has to be upside down. Then we can take our refillable one and put it on there, and off we go. Now I want to show you this. Inside this, you see that little white? That little white is a little, basically a lining up pin for the refillable tanks. So you can line it up and you can get everything and fill. That does not affect if you want to go and fill a non-refillable one. You can add some propane to a non-refillable one. You'll see some videos out on YouTube where they've actually gone and filled them up almost completely. You have to do some certain things with getting them cold and how you fill it. But in this system, you could refill. Now, they're going to say that this is bad advice, and it probably is. So you can. Doesn't mean you should. It's like you can drive 100 miles an hour. It doesn't mean you should. You should be using the refillable ones because they are designed for this. They've got a little purge valve on the side. So you hook this into your tank that's flipped upside down. You screw the refillable one in there, line it up, screw it in, get it nice and snug, and then you can back out. It's a little hex key. You just open that little valve, which is right in the neck of the tank. Once you do that, you can start filling. You're going to have propane smell. You're going to have the gas smell all over. So if you are doing it in a garage like this, bad idea. Do it outside. Now, some people said this takes 15 minutes. It took me about 5 minutes per tank to go from empty to the point of you start to see little vapor of the propane starting to squirt out. Now, it says in the directions to wait until it's a consistent stream of propane coming out. I'm cheap. I didn't want to waste that propane. So it gets to that point and it's there. Okay, I tightened it up and shut it down because I figure at that point I can fill this twice and not waste that propane that's going. When it's consistent, it's supposed to be about an 80% fill. I don't know. Did I have 50%? It felt like it was close to a pound extra that I've added to it. Who knows? I'll just fill it more often. I'm okay with that. Overall, I really like the system. I didn't use the stand. I decided to use a 5-gallon bucket because the stand is one more thing I have to store. So I left that in its packaging. It's in that shed. 5-gallon bucket, upside down, put that on there, and then held that and started listening to whatever it was, because we do have that propane smell. You're going to listen to that kind of hiss for a while, and then you get the and you're good to go. Tight. And we're back to our heater. We'll put a link in the description so you can check this out. But again, this is the Flame King refillable system. You can find this on Amazon. You can find this at most of your outdoor sporting places. They've all got it. And if you watch during the ice fishing shows, they'll have it on sale at a pretty good price. Thanks for watching. This is John Young with the Weekend Sportsman.